Moments from now, the setting is Detroit, the Motor City. The 76ers taking on the Pistons. For Philadelphia, they're halfway through the season and need to pick it up if they want to end strong. Is time on their side? Pistons, Sixers, coming right up. Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines. Well, a chance to check out some stats for Cade Cunningham.
And he's got it going at the foul line these days. His free throw percentage looks a lot different in the last 10 games than it did earlier in the season. He's tinkered with a few things and really improved his form.
Look at the 76ers starting group. We've got Oubre. George is out there with Tyrese Maxey. Then it's Joel Embiid, and it's Yabusele in at the four-man position. And for Detroit, inside for him, it's Harris and Duran. Cunningham is out there with Tim Hardaway Jr., and it's Thompson in at the small forward position. And well over halfway into the season now, GA, how much have the rookies changed since the start of the season?
Kevin, most are completely different players, right? The foundation was there, but they know their role on the team, and it's more about refining their game than learning it.
Boxing out Embiid has to be a focal point for them, or else he'll continue to eat them up on the offensive glass.
And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Maxey against Cunningham. Outside, George. Into the lane. Lays it up off the glass.
George can be so deadly on the drive. He's got great quickness. He sees an opening and takes it right away.
Cunningham looking it over. And Embiid with the block. First quarter, just over a minute played. Now George. 9 points last game out. Kicks it out to Maxey. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The same day, Clark, that Tyrese Maxey was named to the All-Star game, he scored a career high and was great doing it.
How about that, Kevin? How ironic is that? It was his first All-Star selection, by the way, but this has been the story with Maxey. I mean, he just continues to make great progress in his game. He's a really dynamic young player with still room to grow.
Free throw good, Maxey. We've seen Tyrese Maxey and his game go to another level. Clark, what makes him a top-level scorer in your opinion?
Kevin, there are a couple of things that really stand out. His sheer speed with the ball is remarkable. His fearlessness and confidence, every great scorer has that. And then his ability to knock down the three-point shot off the catch or off the dribble gives him an added step of quickness when he's taking it to the rack. And all of that makes him a dynamic scorer.
Thompson passes to Cunningham. The offensive rebound. And Harris wide open. He shoots. No good with the triple. 76ers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Outside for George. Over Hardaway. George, no good. Detroit's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Harris. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
There's no way you can minimize his concentration. Excellent focus in finding a way to score that time by Harris.
To the inside. Embiid wide open. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
And J.B. Bickerstaff is called a timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard to see which players have had the most success from the stripe this month. The fourth spot held by Tyrese Maxey.
And during that time, guys, he's been an absolute dead-eye shooter from the free throw line. His concentration just never wavers.
Here is Harris. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. Thompson outside. Hardaway from outside. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Elbow shot is on the way. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Now, here's Durant. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Pass to Harris. Nice ball movement by Detroit. 4 on the shot clock. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. Kept alive. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession.
Here's a look at some stats for Cunningham. What a run he's been on over the past few weeks. He's averaging 30 points, 10 assists, and 5 rebounds. And he's such a big part of what they do offensively.
Yeah, he's just got that nice feel, that sixth sense, knowing where to be on the floor to help his teammates generate points.
Malik Beasley, he's checked in for Thompson. And Nick Nurse, Greg, the 26th head coach in 76ers franchise history.
And Kevin, known for his creativity and that outside-the-box thinking, I think it's a good fit with this forward-thinking front office.
Now here's Hardaway. After the miss from Joel Embiid. Here's Cunningham from down in the low post. It goes.
Cunningham is not shy about mixing it up down low. He's got a great feel around the rim.
Maxey against Cunningham. Takes a 3. Maxey, no good.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Out to Harris. There's the triple, and he's good on the 3-ball. Harris has got 5.
Nice touch from downtown. Tobias Harris continues to look better and better from this area.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, D.A.?
Kevin, thank you. Tobias Harris, over the course of his career, has played a lot at both forward positions. He says, I'm comfortable playing both of them. I'm not big on the position thing. I'm versatile. Kevin, he's just a basketball player and a very, very good one.
I would agree, David. I know you like him. We like him as well. A very skilled one at that. Thank you very much.
And what strikes me about Cade Cunningham is he's still growing. He's still capable of doing more on the floor. And he has the work ethic and attitude to make those improvements and become a real factor on the floor.
And he makes the first. Recent times have certainly been tough in Detroit. Greg, 14 wins last season, a franchise record low.
And Kevin, if you look, Detroit's last 5 seasons, 23 wins is the most they've had. So their fan base hungry for a winner in the Motor City.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Stewart checked in for Duran. Holland comes in for Tobias Harris. And it's Asar Thompson in for Hardaway.
And it's easy to see why so many are so high on Cunningham, a talented guard who can do a little bit of everything.
Now here is Lowry. Here's Okeke from downtown. It's hauled in by Stewart.
Well, I think that was clearly a fourth. He's a little anxious. Too much in a hurry right there.
Cunningham. He nails it, and we're tied up. Cunningham's got 5 points so far.
And the strength of Cunningham. Fantastic job there scoring on the defense.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Thompson against Gordon. There's a good screen to the paint. Here's Okeke. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Here's Holland over Gordon, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. Tie game in Detroit. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And what stands out to you from the Pistons so far in this one?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, and you know, when a team establishes an edge on the glass early, it really sets things up for the rest of the game.
Here's Schroeder. So to begin the second quarter for the Philadelphia 76ers, Edwards is out there with Gordon. Then there's Embiid. Then there's Lowry. And it's Grimes in at the 2.
And, you know, we all know Schroeder can score now, but they're a nice assist to his wide-open teammate.
Lowry dishes to Embiid. Over Stewart. And they recover it. Embiid sets the pick for Gordon. 6 to shoot. Over to the wing. Pass to Grimes. Embiid inside the line. Detroit with the rebound. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
And a lot of people thought they were the favorites going into that one, but ended up being a much tougher game than most anticipated, and they just fell short.
Well, to me, it looked like they were pretty evenly matched. And you look at how the game ended, I would say I'm not alone in that sentiment. Those are two pretty evenly matched teams.
Now here is Lowry. After the miss from Dennis Schroeder. Bangs home the trifecta. And the 76ers lead by 1. Greg, you know this. Good coaches give their players confidence. But what's the balance there between affirmation and accountability?
Well, when you believe in a player, that also comes with expectations. So a coach has to boost them up and also demand that they deliver.
Here's Holland. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. To the right side. Lowry kicks to Gordon. 76ers moving the ball around. High post, Embiid. Beasley with the rebound.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Holland the pass to Schroeder. Now here's Beasley. Defense is right there. Thompson a screen on Edwards. Here's Holland. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Yeah, he's averaging 80% from the line, and he has been as steady as they come at the stripe.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Harris is checked in for Thompson. And Cade Cunningham subbed in for Beasley. And that one misses. And Greg, for longtime Pistons fans, that bad boys era was so special.
I mean, Detroit's a tough, hard-working town, and those teams did have great talent led by Isaiah Thomas, but it was their physical, intimidating style of play that made them the bad boys.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Oubre able to get here a lot with how aggressive he is with the ball in his hand.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And when he's gotten himself to the line this season, he's come through right around 74% of the time.
Free throw, good, Oubre. Simone Fontecchio, he's checked in for Detroit. And so he's able to get one of two.
They should be in front right now, but he'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty there.
That's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham. Fontecchio's got the lead up to 2 now for Detroit. Maxey against Schroeder, the 10-footer. And that one's good, Maxey. Maxey's got 6.
Recognize that space given, and Maxey pulled up in the mid-range for the bucket.
And J.B. Bickerstaff is called a timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. A different look here for Detroit. Duren, he's checked in for Fontecchio. Hardaway is subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Embiid with the steal. Maxey looking it over. Embiid sets the pick for Maxey. In the corner, it's Oubre. Drains it from beyond the arc. Now it's a 3-point Philadelphia lead.
Oubre looking comfortable and confident from the corner there.
And Joel Embiid is a giant center. Clark, his size, his arm span. How does his sheer size, do you think, affect the game?
Well, he's a mountain of a man. Not only is he tall, he's wide, and he's deep too, Kevin. In other words, he's hard to get around. And he's also hard to challenge because he's north and south. So, and you factor in his touch.
Take a break.
This guy does things that I've not really seen a guy of his size do, particularly when you talk about pity-patting the dribble and knocking down face-up jumpers all the way out to the three-point line. It should almost be unlawful for a guy north of 3 bills to be doing that.
And when you take a look at Jalen Duren, a big man, Greg, who seems to get better each and every season.
Well, you know, he averaged a double-double in his second season. I especially like how hard he goes after rebounds. This guy has a bright future in this league.
And both free throws good for Duren. And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for Philadelphia. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
Yeah, I mean, in that one, you really saw a difference in aggression between the two teams, particularly on the boards.
You know, I think that was the big difference in the game. One team was pounding the glass relentlessly, while the other team, not so much.
No good on that one. And he's good on the second.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Definitely, that's one of the reasons they're in front right now.
Now here is Hardaway. 20 points for him last game against Cleveland. Oubre against Harris. Here's Duren. Nails the baby hook. Duren's got the game tied up here for Detroit.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
Now here's Maxey. He's coming off a 31-point game against Miami.
And equally spent as much energy on his D. I mean, 4 steals kind of tell the story.
Cunningham gets the bucket.
Yeah, after a first quarter where they struggled from long range, they really started to get it closer to the basket.
Yeah, and that's a nice adjustment on their part. Even for the best three-point shooting team, sometimes you've got to do a little something different to get your offense going.
And how about the terrific use of the crossover there to just throw the defender off balance?
The 76ers shooting their 7th free throw attempt here.
Maxey really just does everything for his team, a selfless young player.
Outside Hardaway. Back to Cunningham. Back to Hardaway. 6 on the shot clock. To the middle. Here's Duren. And Duren slams it in. This tug-of-war game continues.
And, guys, that's lucky number 7 already in this game.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. George against Hardaway. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Outside, Maxey. Off target with his three. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Pistons lead by 1. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Here with Nick Nurse. Coach, the efficiency wasn't there in the first half. What adjustments do you need to make?
I thought we got pretty good shots, and if we're not going to score, it makes getting our defense set up difficult. So we got to keep shooting them. Hopefully we start making some of them.
You can't score until you shoot, Coach. Thanks. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. The Detroit Pistons finding themselves in a closely contested game.
I know my partner here appreciates the brute force, especially on the glass, right, Shaq? And they're in a good spot because of it.
They've shown great toughness, and they've been very quick to the ball. And it's time now for the best part of the show. Let's see what the fans have to say. And Cameron Windmill asks, which one of you has the best hair?
Okay, I could say this with supreme confidence. It's a tie.
Yeah, it's a 3-way tie at the top. Get it?
Yeah, Cameron Windmill, you might want to get a new TV. Or maybe an eye test. And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You have to like what we're seeing from Tyrese Maxey.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Thompson and Harris are their forwards. Hardaway is out there with Cade Cunningham. And it's Duren in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the group for Detroit right now. Cunningham finds Duren. Duren sets the screen for Harris. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Embiid's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Tobias Harris-Clark has played over a dozen years in the NBA, and he is still a solid third option.
He really is, and he only played 1 year in college, and yet has been steady and consistent. He might not be the most efficient scorer, but he still does a lot of good things when he's on the floor, and he does them at both ends of the floor.
Now, here's Cunningham after the miss from Tyrese Maxey. Thompson with the bucket.
If he develops a consistent three-point shot in his first few years, Thompson's going to be scary.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Embiid kicks to Maxey. That's good, and it's Embiid with the assist. Maxey's got 11 points.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
And J.B. Bickerstaff has called a timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. You look at Detroit. They're down at the 7th position right now. Decent start to the season, but they're looking to make a move. And, of course, there's the 76ers, down 4 spots from them.
And I think for the Pistons, they've shown me some very good things this season. But that next step, those qualities that could make them true contenders, just haven't been there.
Yeah, and, you know, we've seen them enough to know by now they're not going to make that switch from good to great at this point. Not this year, anyway.
Now, here's Thompson. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. Embiid's got 6 rebounds here tonight. George passes to Yabusele. George looking over the floor. Over Hardaway. A shot goes down and he gets this game back to even.
Yeah, nice vision that time displayed by George off the screen and roll.
Cunningham dishes it to Thompson. Pass to Hardaway. The tray. A shot off that time.
Just 1 for 4 from the field. Not the way they wanted to start the second half.
Here's Oubre. A miss that time. Would have put him up.
Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration even for a nanosecond.
That's a 2 from Cunningham. Detroit, no good that time either.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
Maxey and Thompson sends it back.
He has the potential to be an elite NBA defender for a long time. Thompson can guard anybody.
Now, here's Cunningham. He's got 7. It's good from long range. Harris has got 8 points.
3-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
And now's the time for them to step on the gas pedal. Don't let up. Keep letting it fly from deep and build that lead. Play through the finish line, not to it. Keep the pressure on.
Now, here's Thompson. After the miss from Joel Embiid. Maxey against Cunningham. Here's the teardrop. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Embiid's got 8 rebounds in this game. And it's blocked. Outside Hardaway. It counts. And the foul. It's on Kelly Oubre.
Boy, that's just tremendous focus there, guys. I mean, Hardaway Jr. doing a nice job keeping his composure in a tough spot.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And with a percentage of 82, he's been one of their more dependable shooters from the line.
You know, even in games where he hasn't been at his best this season, I mean, he still managed to get it done at the charity stripe when he gets his opportunities.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Malik Beasley comes in for Thompson. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Cunningham.
Hardaway Jr. knows his role on this team, which is to provide scoring and leadership.
Yabusele passes to George. Down low, here's Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
And J.B. Bickerstaff has called a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Stewart checked in for the Pistons. Holland comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And then for Philadelphia, Drummond's checked in for Embiid, and Gordon subbed in for Yabusele. Pistons leading by 4. Beasley with a screen on Maxey. Here's Schroeder. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Well, that's just an intelligent play call by Schroeder. They're using the pick to get himself a good look.
Maxey against Schroeder. It's good. Nice touch there from Maxey. Maxey's got 4 points this quarter.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Stewart, a screen for Beasley. Rebound by the 76ers. And here's the fast break. Maxey leading the way. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And that's 15 points for Tyrese Maxey.
When Maxey is clicking on all cylinders, he is a tough guy to slow down.
Schroeder against Maxey. And it's Schroeder missing.
You know, sometimes making it difficult for him to finish at the rim is all you can ask for from the defense.
Inside, and Drummond throws it down.
You know, Drummond always looks like he's trying to tear the basket down when he dunks.
And Detroit has possession. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Schroeder against Maxey. Shot clock at 6. Schroeder looking over the floor. Detroit, no good that time either.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Tie game in Detroit. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. On the court for Philadelphia to start the fourth. Edwards is out there with Embiid. Then there's Gordon. Then there's Lowry. And it's Grimes in at the two-guard spot. Now here's Embiid to take the lead. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Gordon against Schroeder. Pass to Stewart. Fontecchio with it, takes the three, drains the three-pointer. Fontecchio's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Pistons. The 76ers trail by 3. And here's Gordon. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Gordon's got a great ability to draw contact. You got to respect that. He's an aggressive scorer who makes it tough on the defense, even if they get physical with him.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Detroit.
Their accuracy in this one has just been on another level. I mean, the three ball keeps falling, and the defense just hasn't been able to run them off the line.
And the thing I've seen that I've really been impressed by is they've gotten everybody involved. Unselfishly making that extra pass, getting that ball to the right guy at the right time for the good shot.
Holland, he's checked in for Paul Reed. And the second free throw, good.
They've got to play good defense here. That trip to the line helped and hurt.
Schroeder outside. Hollins kicks to Beasley. Stewart in the corner. Schroeder outside. Launches a three. And again, it's the Pistons from deep.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
And the basket by Gordon.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Here's Holland. Here's Schroeder. That three off the mark.
You know, even though they're on top in this one, you'd like him to be better out there because he's capable of being better. It sure would make things a lot easier, too.
Pistons leading by 3. Here's Holland. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder.
You can rely on Schroeder's passing ability. He does a good job finding and setting up shooters.
Pass to Grimes. Rebound by the Pistons. Schroeder outside. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Kyle Lowry picks one up there.
What really makes Schroeder special is the energy he plays with. I mean, it's contagious and infects the entire team. He's like a lightning bolt of energy when he hits the court.
That's good from Schroeder. So Detroit going with an almost entire new group here. Duren, he's checked in for Stewart. Tobias Harris comes in for Holland. Asar Thompson, he's checked in for Fontecchio. And Cade Cunningham subbed in for Malik Beasley. Schroeder hits them both.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Pass to Yabusele. Outside, George. Here's Yabusele. 5 to shoot. Here's Maxey. Knocks down the 10-footer.
Hey, we've seen Maxey take the big jump. Now he's one of the game's best scorers.
And J.B. Bickerstaff is called a timeout. He has decided it's the right time to talk. Detroit making a switch here. Hardaway's checked in. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on J.B. Bickerstaff's huddle. Now, he reminded his team, keep looking for the deep ball. If the three is there, take it. You've done a good job getting those looks, so keep taking them. Back to you guys.
Thanks, David. Cunningham passes to Harris. Thompson outside. Detroit, no good that time either. Here's George. And the layup's good off the glass. Now just a three-point Piston lead.
And George just has an uncanny knack for providing these kinds of baskets. And he makes it look so easy.
And a wide-open look for Cunningham. Again, the miss by the Pistons. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. To the middle. Here's Oubre. Doesn't go for him. Good D by Thompson. Pistons leading by 3. Harris inside. Defended by George. And slam dunk by Harris.
That's a big-time bucket from Harris. I mean, so cool, confident, and composed in these big moments. He's made for him.
Now here's Embiid. Shoots over Duren. Embiid, no good. Hardaway against George. The kick out to Cunningham. And here's Harris from the arc. Good, and the assist goes to Cunningham. Cunningham's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Down low. Here's Embiid. Great defense that time from Duren. Detroit's gotten 3 of their 6 three-pointers to fall here in the 4th. Hardaway sets a screen for Cunningham. George against Hardaway. For 3, Harris. Another 3 for Detroit.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Pistons.
The bench gave him a big lift in this game.
And listen, Kevin, anytime your reserves can perform at a level that high, it puts you in an excellent position to win the game.
And so all the hard work here tonight converted into a tally in the win column. It'll be number 26 on the year.
And you could tell they were ready for this one today, guys. There was something extra on the line, and they wanted it.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're referring to. I mean, with this victory, they'll get the edge in the season series by taking 2 of their 3 meetings.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Tobias Harris.
Well, I can't recall a play that he wasn't involved in. He was so involved in so many plays tonight. A force on both ends.
That one is good from Joel Embiid. Hardaway with it. We got 22 seconds left in the game. Harris outside. Beyond the arc. Rebound by the 76ers. And that one's good. Maxey. And so the Pistons take the win. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on, but let's give this group a lot of credit for that stick-to-itiveness in terms of finishing out and executing that game plan.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. But first, let's reveal our player of the game, Tobias Harris.